So I like to start off, the first question I always get from the viewer for my work is how do I make my work? So the figures you see in this work is all myself. I'm so inspired by the theater. I love the theater, especially Japanese mask theater, No and Kyogen. But also I really love the contemporary Buto style. It's just really fascinating how we can utilize the body to express our feeling and emotions. So I started to pose in front of my camera, and it was starting very simple poses, and it just became like a one-person theater. So I play all different roles of women, from high school students to grandmothers. And I make some of the costume, mostly the Japanese costume I can't buy here, so I make them, I sew them. So what I do is, first of all, I will draw those landscape in the behind the background. And those are hand-drawn in the computer screen. So all the process is very digital. And the figures are taken by in the studio with a white background. And those are only another part of my work. I still shoot with film. And I shoot those film, scan them in to the computer, and I compose everything in the computer. So that's how the work is made. And my other inspiration of the work is the landscape. So again, I'm from Japan, and I think I'm so fascinated by the landscape because I'm here. And I love the American landscape. I've been traveling, everywhere across the states, and it's just so beautiful. It's huge, but for me, it just doesn't quite make sense for me. The Japanese landscape is so small, and it just makes sense to me being back home. So I really miss being some place that I know and where I can belong to. So I started to draw them in my work. So it started, most of my other work, the landscape is based on the urban landscape where I grew up, close to my parents' house. But when I was drawing this urban landscape, I started to notice the green space scattered in the city. And even like if you go to the internet and if you go to the satellite view to see the map, your neighborhood, it's surprising how much green space is existing. And this space that I even didn't realize, like for example, we know the park is there, right? We think the park, oh, there's a nature, it's right there, we like to go relax. But who thinks the green space by the highway, under the highway bridge? This is few of the plant lights there. Like, I'm from Cleveland, and then unfortunately Cleveland has so many vacant lots throughout the city. And those lots are filled with the plant life and plant making options. Animals utilize this space. But in my mind, I never really thought that is the nature. That's the place that I wanted to visit. So I started to interest in the categorization and the perception of the nature, like how we see the nature in terms of the world nature. The year 2013, I had an opportunity to work with the Cleveland Metro Park invasive plant coordinators. And Cleveland Metro Park, I don't know if anybody ever been to Cleveland, but it's the most beautiful park. We're so proud of the Metro Park. But anyway, when you go to the Metro Park, it's like it's so beautiful in nature. Again, people go there for running. There's a trail, and when you look at the woods, how many people think about those natural landscape is very artificial? Because invasive control foods, they go into the landscape and they find these invasive plants. And they single them out and they eliminate them, take them out of the landscape. So we try to conceive what is the native, natural landscape. So it was really fascinating how much we are doing to create our surroundings. So I really started to think about the nature in that sense. So this landscape retreat, I started to focus on this landscape. So like I explained, like by the highway, green space, under the bridge, some unfortunate place. And then these are the three more prints, and this is a little bit different in the series. This one first, when you look at it, it's a very natural mountain stream rushing through the woods. It's beautiful landscape, right? And actually this composition was taken from the actual historical painting by the artist named Kato Suzuki. He's a Rimba style artist, and he has this painting of exact same composition. And his purpose was he wanted to depict this beautiful untouched natural landscape, but every element of the drawing he made was so controlled because we have some registration that we can see, oh, that composition is beautiful. So it's nothing, it's everything controlled. So it was very interesting thinking about untouched and how much it's controlled by him. So I started to use his drawing to make this work. So this side of the panel, this is the part of the natural landscape that we think is important and we like to conserve. So when you see it, there's a sign all over and there's a trail going through the park, and this is how I experience when I go to the park. Like I just don't go into, you know, the woods. There's a trail that I walk to, and there's the things that I'm supposed to see, and it's almost like my experience in the woods are controlled by some other people's experience. People suggest what to see. So for example, this tree is nothing significant about it. It's the exact same tree, but like if we put the meaning to the tree, this is some historical figure was here or some meaning to it, like we can make this tree more important compared to the other ones. And then there's a hiker climbing around this tree, trying to see, you know, it's just a tree. So this side is it's almost like a Disneyland in the woods. And then this side of the panel, it's more like the nature that we don't really care, like we can just go into the place and just like almost like bring our own secret to the woods. So I was playing with these two different perspectives of the nature in this work. And if you have any questions, I'll be here, so I'd love to answer it. Hey, yes?
Can you tell us a little bit about the two gentlemen and the plans and the briefcase?
So these people, what I was thinking about is that they are coming with this plan to develop the woods. So they have this old mapping of what we want to create this woods, because this is not a part of it that we want to conserve. This is a part of it we can just do whatever in a way that we can change it to suit our life. So I was thinking about it.
Sorry, as I mentioned, sorry, Mina, did I keep going? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, let's have one more question, but then